Batabyal. She is currently working as an analyst in Capgemini and is a recent graduate in the year 2022. Rijula, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Swagata, for having me.
Before we begin with the session, it would be great if you could give a little bit of introduction about yourself for our audience.
Thank you, Swagata. My name is Rijula Batabyal, and I'm currently working as an analyst in Capgemini. So, I'll be completing my 1 year in November, the coming month. And initially, I was in with the role of software developer in Capgemini, but then I moved on to the testing field, and I'm currently working in a project in the testing field.
That's great to hear. I think you got this job as a campus recruit, if I am not wrong about it.
Yes, it was a campus recruitment opportunity.
So you are from which college? If you could tell our viewers, like what is the procedure there, and how did you get into Capgemini?
Yeah, so I have completed my graduation from Heritage Institute of Technology, Kolkata. So I was from the Department of Biotechnology. So we have campus placement opportunities in this college. So we had upcoming exams. We had exams for like various companies. I had opted for Capgemini, Cognizant, Wipro, etc. And I had the opportunity of getting interviewed by both Capgemini and Cognizant. So for our college, we had the option of selecting like any one of the colleges. So like I made up my mind and finally decided to go for Capgemini.
So your college, like it allowed you to get offers from both the companies, and then you could decide, which is not actually, which doesn't happen in most of the other colleges. Like the first offer is fixed, but in your case, they allowed you to choose between all the offers that you have.
Yeah, they allowed us, but like one of them had to be moved away. Like only one of the options could be selected. Like both the recruitment results almost came in the same period. The duration was the same. Like both of them, yeah, gave the results almost on the same day.
From biotechnology into IT field, was the journey difficult, or you enjoyed the IT field, so you got into this?
So basically, good question, Swagata. So basically, in the field of biotechnology, we're not just taught about the very basic subjects of biology or biotech, if I might say. We are taught about database algorithms and a bit of Java and Python as well. So I had the background of coding, and I had this plan in my mind, backup plan, as I might say, that along with appearing for GATE, I will also sit for the placement exams. But gradually that turned out to be the most important opportunity for me, because I sat for the campus placements. I had this background, I had a bit of preparation as well, so I eventually cracked it. And then I thought that maybe entering into the job field at an early age, at an early point of time, is better than to go for a higher
gives
studies.
You a great experience over the years.
This is solely for the experience purpose I have chosen.
That's great. And it's also commendable that colleges nowadays are introducing all computer science courses, even in the core engineering degrees as well, considering the importance even after the COVID era, how everything has gone digital, and more opportunities we are getting in the CS domain. I guess that's very recommendable in the part of the colleges that they are introducing such subjects even for the core engineering students also. If
Yeah, I would say that Heritage plays a good part in educating the biotech students in almost all fields. So it's a good thing. I think only the syllabus of Heritage contains so many subjects of computer science. I'm not sure other colleges of BTech in biotech will contain so many subjects, because we are an autonomous institute. So our syllabus is decided by the faculty of Heritage itself, not by the university. So that's a plus for us.
So that might have helped them to include more of this technical subjects in it. And I think that even in higher studies, as I have seen that people actually do more of coding and stuff when they are going into research field, instead of just laboratory work. Like laboratory work is there, but also a lot of coding is also included in it. If so, that will give you a very good base of it if you are even going for higher studies, if I am not wrong.
Yeah, that's true, because even if you go for your PhD or MTech in the field of biotechnology, there has to be some amount of DBMS and database, etc. Algorithm knowledge, because it is there. Like I have myself learned Python and Perl while maybe diagnosing some RNAs and DNAs. Even there it is. Even while operating the machines, you need to code. You need to code even in that field. I have concerned my seniors as well. They have said the same, that coding is there. We should learn it at least to a
So it
minimum
was
degree.
means that anybody who is now in biotech and aspires to join this field as an IT analyst or something, or a software engineer, can definitely go for it. You are a live example of it.
Yeah, I would suggest to keep on practicing your coding skills, because, and maybe, yeah, also practice your aptitude skills, because those are a need for the placement exams. And it's a plus if your if your syllabus structure contains these subjects.
So coming to the aptitude skills, perhaps you're also the whenever the company came for the exam placement there, probably they included an aptitude exam if I am not wrong, as most of the
Yeah.
company does. So
Yes,
could you
yes.
please tell me about more about it, like what was the exam procedure and all, so that if somebody aspires to join Capgemini, they will have a basic idea like, okay, these are the steps I have to follow and all.
Yeah, sure. So for Capgemini recruitment, there were like, I think, three sections. One was entirely the first section was of coding knowledge, but not about a particular programming language. It's about a very general knowledge of coding. Even if you don't know any language, if you know the basics of coding, you'll be able to answer it. And the second section, if you qualify that, will be English, and the third will be the gaming section. So for me, as in maths or quants or verbal ability kind of aptitude section didn't appear for the Capgemini test. That was the structure for me. I'm not sure if they are reviewing it or maybe modifying it. That part I'm not sure, but for me it was the thing. So the thing is that, as I said, you don't need the knowledge of any particular programming language. Maybe if you consider studying Java, you'll be able to answer this section. I don't remember the exact name of these kind of questions, but it is generally called something which is very
Pseudocode.
basic. Yeah, if you guys can just even search pseudocodes nowadays in Google or YouTube, you'll be able to find a lot of examples. I sincerely don't remember any of the questions, but pseudocodes are pseudocodes. The type will be same. The
Yeah,
type
for
of the
the
question will be same.
audience, I can say that they can just Google pseudocodes. They will get a lot of exercises. Like there are
Yes.
a lot of sample questions which we can practice.
Yes.
And for like, I can give an example. Like suppose, as she was telling, a for loop is given, and probably they would ask you what is the output of this code if the values are, if for the values for A and B, something something is given, and then you have to tell them ki what's the output of this code. Since the structure of for loop is basically the same, and either you code in Python, Java, C, it doesn't matter. So basically it's not
Mhm.
focusing on any one particular language,
Language.
but the entire
Yes.
coding is same. Like, I guess it's clear for my audiences if that's what.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I am not wrong.
No, no, you are not wrong. Absolutely. Even if you search for previous year questions of aptitude for campus recruitment, you will even get the CapG questions as well, because I think people put it on YouTube quite a lot of time, because I have practiced from YouTube only. So you will definitely get it. Pseudocodes are
So,
comparatively easier to grasp if you have a basic understanding of the coding background.
yeah. So, like, what was your preparation strategy for Capgemini? It's
For
just the
all
normal
the
one, or you did something specific, like, okay, this is the thing they particularly ask in this company, so I should be knowing it beforehand, or
Yeah, for me, the pseudocodes or the English part wasn't very difficult to crack. For me, the gaming section is a bit challenging, because I'm not a person who generally plays games like Sudoku, etc. So the thing is that I
it was a
had to
Sudoku.
uh, kind of same. If you Google it, you will be able to get, like, there are number type of games, there are joining the blocks type of game, making a pipe type of
Okay,
games.
okay.
Yeah, so any of these games I'm not very familiar. I was not very familiar with. So I just searched online, and I had a couple of practice exercises. You guys will also get it definitely online. And I just made myself familiar with it. Familiarization is more than enough, because you won't be able to get exact copy of the questions ever. This is not going to happen, unfortunately, in the gaming section. You will have to have a basic idea of how the games are played, and that's more than enough. That's how you can qualify that round.
I guess people with fair enough IQ will be able to, like, generally people
Yes.
will be able to go through it.
Yes. So there were levels in the gaming round. Like if you're clearing the first level, which will be a bit easy, and then if you go on clearing levels up to a specific level of suppose 5 or 6, it means that you're already qualifying, and more than that means it will increase your chances of getting selected among the others. There are some games which will ask you to maybe join structures over some. There is, for example, this is one level, this is one level, so maybe someone has to jump from this level to here using some pipes or something. So
Okay.
how are you going to construct it? Maybe there are some balls in between, you need to avoid that. Like that, you have to think quickly and create a path for him to go from this level to this level. So games like that. Almost, I think all company aptitude exams consist of those kind of games. So it's very fair enough to search online. It's an easy resource. You'll be able to find it.
This seems quite interesting also.
Yeah,
Kinda something
it is
different than
interesting.
bus practicing PSA and all. So that's great. So uh, could you share with us the selection ratio, like how many appeared? So what is the chance of getting selected? Obviously, it depends on the candidate, like how good he
Hmm.
or she is. But still, there are certain companies which only recruits maybe one or two students, and there are some which recruits say maybe some more. So in that way, Capgemini was a easy crack or a bit off on the higher side.
I would say a moderate crack, because for me the hard one was Wipro. This was moderate, and the easy one was Cognizant. The thing is that I don't actually remember how many students from the entire college participated, but
Makes
it's
sense
quite
after
a
2 years.
yeah, it's quite a fair amount of people, because from all departments they are going to participate. For me, from the biotechnology department, for the interview purpose, they had not selected much. They had selected like maybe 20 to 25 people for Capgemini itself. And after the interview, they are also going to select a few more. So I would say at the end, I think 6 to 7, no, 10 people were selected almost, and from them 6 to 7 opted. So that is what I remember mostly. But whatever feedback I have taken from my colleagues of other departments, for them it was very easy to crack Capgemini, because for them maybe pseudocode level will be much easier for them, maybe, or maybe they are better in English. So it completely depends on the department, it completely depends on the person also. But from biotechnology, I think it was 20 out of whatever appeared. And for my department, I didn't find many people appearing from for the Capgemini exam. So it's not a fair thing to say that how many got selected, but it is a fair ratio, I think. Capgemini, they had two rounds, technical round and HR round. But the thing is that for all the people, there were not two rounds. For example, for me, it was just one round, the HR round. So they said, based on my performance and based on my academic records, they felt that for me, skipping the technical part won't be a harm for them. So they directly promoted me to the HR round. I performed good in the test, because performing good in the test matters. That is what I was saying, right? There are levels in the games, levels of English as well. Clearing cutoff is one thing, and also scoring is another thing. So if you score even higher than your potential candidates, your chances of even getting promoted to directly to the HR round is getting higher,
Higher.
right? Yeah, so for me, that's why it became even more easier, because I didn't have to face the technical interview there. So, yeah, the HR questions were very straightforward. They had just asked me to introduce myself, and they had a conversation with me about what subjects I was taught in my department, and like why I am deciding to come to Capgemini, about the core values and ethics of Capgemini. And lastly, they would just ask you about, are you willing to, work in whichever location they would ask you to, because it was a pan India. And for most of my friends who were directly promoted to the HR round, the questions were almost same. But for the technical, the questions were definitely different, and they were asking maybe from stacks, queues, a bit of DBMS, and a very very basic Java. Also from the C, if I say OOPS concept, which is very basic for all the technical interview questions.
Mm-hmm.
Those. So if you Google basic technical interview questions, again you will be able to get. So that's how the thing is.
That's great. Like, so you were telling that they asked you, yeah, that are you willing to work pan India? So, do they give any choice options, like while accepting the offer, that you can fill up your preferred cities, or they just randomly put you anywhere as you have
No,
already
they
agreed to it?
yeah, no, they do have options of selecting cities in their website, whatever form you're going to fill.
You at the beginning of the session you were telling that you are 11 months into the company, so 11 months is a long time. Like, by this time probably you are getting a lot of work and you have got to know a lot about what are the projects and how the work is done in this company. And so could you tell our viewers about, if that is within the policy, so if you could tell us about what work you do or what are the projects currently you're working with, and tech stacks also.
Yeah. So basically, when I entered into Capgemini, we had to undergo some trainings and certifications. For me, it was AWS and Google Cloud. So as soon as it ended, we had to undergo a series of tests on Java, Azure, and AWS. The certifications we had to complete it, and after that, we started getting project calls, and in between we had to also create a group project. Based on that, we were getting project calls as well. So on the combined conclusion of the tests and the group project, I had got a project call on Java developer as backend. So I had started working on it, and after 1 or 2 months I started feeling a bit overwhelmed with the amount of work it concerns with the coding department. So I shifted to testing because my skills are more adhering to the testing part, because during the training I was trained on both coding and testing. So I have migrated to testing now, and I have completed that project. Now I'm working on a second project whose interview I had undergone about a month before. So the interview processes are really well. I would say the Capgemini within the project interviews are extremely good. You do not feel stressed. So now I'm working on my second project as a quality analyst resource. That is testing.
So that's also a testing project.
Yes, I have migrated to testing.
Basically, your this the test and the group project. This was all a part of your training,
Yes, this was all
the
a part
initial
of
training the
training.
company gives. It was a part of that,
Yeah,
and
actually,
post it.
yeah, sorry. Even after you get your date of joining, they will continue with a series of trainings as well, but this might change. The thing is that it is changing every year. This didn't happen with, for example, my seniors. So it depends. You may enter and quickly get a project, or you may enter and maybe within 2 or 3 months you'll get project calls.
What are your future plans from here?
As a piece of advice I have got from my managers and team leads is that I should start learning automation testing as well, because I'm in the field of testing. So I am currently working as a manual tester, so I am working on automation testing courses and projects side by side. So my future plan definitely is to advance myself in the skills of automation, so that I can get better automation projects in my company as well. I would not say the manual projects are also at par, but automation is kind of future if you talk about the field of testing.
Hmm.
And I was also planning to side by side brush my coding skills as well, because even if you're a tester, at times it's good, it feels good to even contribute to the coding part of the project, because being a tester and being a developer together gives you even a more added advantage. So that's my future plan. I'm going to work on both of the skills together. And as you asked about the values of the Capgemini as a company, I would say I like the company a lot because it matched my expectation, and it gives us a very good overview of what ethics and values a company should have. So I don't have any complaints about Capgemini so far, because I have been liking it. And there are a hell lot of resources you can refer to in order to advance in this company. That's a very good, it's a good shot in your future
Yeah,
if you enter into this.
it helps you brush up your skills. Like they are
Yes.
providing you courses or they are directly giving you trainings. Like most of the companies do provide access to a lot of courses these days.
Yes. We do
So they
also
are
have
running.
access to Udemy, so that's a good thing. You can access whatever you can study AI and whatever the current trending topics are as well. Even Chat GPT, etc. There are detailed courses provided, and as well as they are also providing courses, some mandatory courses as well, which will benefit you in the future because whatever you are developer or a tester, in order to progress in this evolving world, it's better you know something about ML, machine learning, data
Hmm.
science, AI, Chat GPT, etc. So there are enough courses to browse through in the company portals. So that's a good thing of Capgemini.
Is the workload for any fresher who is willing to join Capgemini?
It kind of depends on the project, because for me the first project, I felt it was an increased workload comparative to what I'm working now. So I would say it's not very less, it's not very high, it's moderate. And the projects I have worked on, I have got really good managers and team leads who never pressured me to complete it within a fixed time period. I had my time, I set my own time, and I completed it. So for that reason, I didn't feel the workload was much because I got enough time to complete. So it depends on your projects, and I believe Capgemini has great projects and great managers. So I don't think people will have problems managing that. And it's also rated as a good company to have work life balance. At least as a fresher, you're going to get enough times to even brush your skills or work on something else, coding or something
Hmm.
else side by side with the projects. So it's good.
Like growing your knowledge is the most important as a fresher, and here you
Yes.
get ample opportunities.
Yes, I think, and you will also get a good enough time to do that.
And like you got the job as a campus recruit, like from your campus placement offers. So if somebody who wants to join Capgemini, but unfortunately Capgemini doesn't visit their college, how can he or she get into this company? Or there any referral programs or something like that, or any off-campus opportunities that are organized by this?
So, yes, Capgemini organizes off-campus programs as well, because most of my colleagues are off-campus as well. And if you're talking about referrals, we do get frequent referral opportunities. I also shared those on LinkedIn. So referrals are there for experienced people, for freshers, for both of the categories. So I think overall, even if you are not going through campus placement, there is definitely a fair chance of entering the company.
I'll attach your LinkedIn in the description so that viewers can contact you in case they have any problem or they want to just connect with you too. Because as you said, you share the referral postings in your LinkedIn. So I had a great time knowing about the company and how you got selected there, and I guess our viewers will also benefit a lot from it, from whatever they got to know about the interview process, the work-life culture there, and everything. Whatever you have shared today, it was really insightful, and I think our viewers also will learn a lot from this. So I think we are mostly done for today. So before closing this, if you would like to share, have some, if you do have some ending note or something that I have missed or we have probably missed in this session that you would want to share with our viewers.
Thank you, Swagata, for having me once
It's
again.
my pleasure.
And yeah, and just one thing I would like to say is keep working hard, keep practicing aptitude, keep practicing the games, as I said. Keep practicing, interview questions on a general, so that you do not have to rush the minute before you're going for an interview. So keep these things handy. Practice on your own growth, and side by side work on your college academics as well. I believe you all have a bright future ahead. And if you have the opportunity of working in Capgemini, it will be a great experience for you. And you don't have to bother about what projects you're going to get inside, because that won't be a problem. So that's it. That's all from my side.
That was a great advice from Ms. Rijula. I guess we will have her more often to discuss with us. Guess we have come to the end of this, and it was a lovely time with you here. Hope
Thank
to see
you.
you
It
again
was
soon.
same for me.
bye, Rijula,
Bye,
and bye bye to
Swagata.
my viewers also.
Yes, all the best to the viewers. Thank you.
Thank you.